Okay, let's do it. So, everybody, thank you for joining us first and foremost, and thank you, Tiago, for taking the time. Tiago is the director of international affairs for Rush Soccer, and he was a professional player. He played for about 19 years, maybe a little bit more. Wonderful career in many countries of the world, playing with very high level players. So he's going to tell us a little bit of his story. But this is really for all of you players, all of you guys. So please seriously feel encouraged to interrupt or to chat, to tell me, hey, I want to ask something. We want to learn from him. We want to learn how it is to be a professional and what it took for him during his career when he was a young player like yourself to make it at that level. Sounds good? Let's do it. All right, Tito.
So guys, thanks for joining us. My name is Tiago Calvano. I'm from Brazil. I'm 38 years old. I used to play as a center back, and I started my career back in Brazil. I play for a club called Botafogo. It's one of the biggest clubs in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. That was the only club that I played for in Brazil. I played around 7 years for that club, 2 years in the professional. And then after that, I was transferred to a club called AC Perugia in Italy. I played 1 season in Italy, and after Italy, I had the opportunity and the luck to play in one of the biggest clubs in the world. I play for Barcelona. I was in the second team of Barcelona, but I had an opportunity to play a couple times with the first team and training with the first team. After Barcelona, I spent 3 years in Switzerland in a club called Young Boys Bern. On that time, I was playing the UEFA League. It was a very nice experience. After Switzerland, I went to Germany. I played 2 years for MSV Duisburg and 1 year for Fortuna Düsseldorf, which is in Bundesliga right now. After Germany, I went to the other side of the world. I was in Australia for 3 years. I played in two clubs in Australia. I played for Newcastle Jets, year and a half, and other year and a half for Sydney FC. And then after 3 years in Australia, I received an offer to come to America from Minnesota United. So I spent 3 years and a half in Minnesota United, and my last 2 years of my career, I was playing here for the first team of Rush Soccer, Penn FC in Harrisburg. And after that, after almost 18, 19 years as a professional player, I retired and I started to work for Rush Soccer and Capella Sports. Right now, I'm the director of international affairs. My job is to expand the brand Rush Soccer and make partnerships around the world. So that's pretty much what I'm doing.
Jaito, very good. And so that they know, tell them a little bit of some stories about some cool players that you play with, apart from myself, of course.
Okay, guys. Who are your favorite players right now? Who's the best player? Let's
You can
interact a
unmute
little.
yourself. Go ahead, guys.
Messi,
Okay.
Messi, Messi.
Ronaldinho, very good. So, yeah, Dybala, okay. But I agree with you guys, Messi and Ronaldinho. And I was lucky enough to play with both of them. So when I was in Barcelona, I had a chance to play with the first team. And
Oh wait, I muted him. Oops.
Tiaguito, you're muted. Hold on. Yeah, you got muted by mistake. No worries. Just unmute yourself.
Okay.
There you go.
Sorry. So I was all time on mute.
After you
You
said
were-
that you played for that you had the chance to play for the first team.
Okay. So FC Porto from Portugal, they built a new stadium, and they invited Barcelona to play the first game. Then Frank Rijkaard, it was the coach on that time, he called a couple players from the second team. And I was invited to play with the first team and also Lionel Messi. So our first game with the first team, we debuted together. So I had the chance to play in the first team of Barcelona on the same night which Messi played his first game. So we debuted together against Porto. It was an amazing experience. And yeah, so people know me as the first Brazilian to play beside Lionel Messi, the first game with Barcelona. It was a nice experience. And Ronaldinho also, if maybe you guys don't know him, but I saw someone writing Ronaldinho. It was the best time of Ronaldinho. He was the best player in the world on that time. And I had a chance to train with him. And yeah, another level.
He was an animal in that era. What was that? 2005, 2006?
Yes, correct. 2003, 4, 4, 5. Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen Ronaldinho, this is homework for everybody. You gotta go to YouTube and see best of Ronaldinho. Brilliant player. Very good.
No.
So, Go ahead, Mateo.
I saw a video of Ronaldinho's best. The best one I saw is when he played with another team. He stopped with his chest and then did the bicycle kick and scored.
Yeah, he was very good.
That I know. And Ronaldinho gives you an idea of Ronaldo because he has the Ronaldo sound. That means Ronaldinho and Ronaldo are both friends.
Are both what? No, they're not French.
No, they're Brazilian.
What? Oh, very cool. So we had two big ones there: Ronaldinho, Messi. Incredible to play with them. Any others that you would like to highlight?
Sorry, yes.
Sorry, did I break up?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So well, what a privilege. I mean, you got to play with two of the best. I'm sure. I mean, you were not defending against them, right? That's the good part.
Yeah, so I was on their side. That's the good part. But in training, sometimes I had to mark them, and yeah, it was not easy.
No.
As a center back, as a defender, have to mark Messi or Ronaldinho, even when Messi was only 16, but he was so good.
Very nice. Stefan was asking there. Stefan, you can go ahead, go yourself if you want to mute yourself. Then.
Right. I was wondering who was the hardest player you had to defend against.
So I would say Romario. You remember Romario? I played against him
sure.
in Maracanã. I was playing for Botafogo. He was on Vasco da Gama. And yeah, Romario is one of the hardest players I play against. Also, Del Piero. I play against Del Piero when I was in Switzerland, and he was at the Juve. And also in Australia, we play against each other again. But after that, I transferred to Sydney FC, and then we play together.
Uh-huh.
So I play against and with him. He was also a legend.
Sure.
Very nice. Daniel has a question. Go ahead, Daniel.
And also, sorry, I play against Ribéry as well on UEFA Cup. He was in Olympique Marseille. Very hard to mark Frank Ribéry.
I bet.
Go ahead, Daniel.
Okay. Did you ever score on Messi or Ronaldo? No, not. Okay. Did you ever score on Messi?
So he scored on me.
Yeah.
But we play small side of games, and yeah, I scored goals against his teams as well, but it was on practice.
Yeah.
Very nice. I have a question, Tiago. Tell us a little bit more about when you were a kid. How was your pathway to become a professional player?
So where I come from, soccer is what people love to do. So in Brazil, is the sport number one. You don't have many choice.
You're
Sorry,
back.
guys, my computer, some technical problems here.
Very nice. Tiago, Stefan was asking us. Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I was talking about when I was a child, but
Oh yeah, go for it.
okay. So in Brazil, the soccer is the main sport, is the sport number one, and a soccer ball was my first gift from my parents. And since then, I was running with the ball everywhere, and I have this passion, this love with soccer. And then every corner, whatever you go in Brazil, people, kids are playing soccer. And then I was playing with my friends in my family, and yeah, I realized I had a talent to play. And then I was invited by a coach to play for his team in my neighborhood. I started to play. I was doing well, and then uh, a club, a bigger club, Botafogo, asked me to join their teams, and that's where and how I start to play.
And how was it when you were how old were you when you went to Botafogo?
So when I came to Botafogo, I was 15 because in Brazil, it's very big and you have a lot of clubs. And since my dad realized I was good enough, he says, okay, so now you can go to Botafogo, because I had to change my school because the school time was at the same time as practice. And my dad always say that the school comes first. And yeah, when I was more serious and my dad saw that on me, that's what I want to do. He says, okay, now you can be more serious and focus on soccer, but you need to stay in school.
So you were 14 years old, 15,
15.
and you made a decision of switching schools so you could go to practice with Botafogo.
Yes.
Wow. Like that's important. That's a good message for these players, like all the sacrifices and the passion. And passion is one of our core values, of course, that you have to have.
At the time you go into a big club like Botafogo or Flamengo, it's a huge commitment, and you train every single day. So it's almost the same as a professional. You train every day, and then you play at weekends. So it's a big commitment.
And where you and from your house, where you live? Did you live close to Botafogo?
So Botafogo, Rio is a pretty big city. From my house to the training facility of Botafogo took me hour and a half. So I used to catch 2 bus to go to. I wake up 6 in the morning, and then breakfast, bus, and bus in Rio is not like here. It's a full bus. People go standing. It's crazy.
So 6 in
But
the morning, 2 public buses in Rio, 1 hour and a
yes,
half to go to training
yeah, and
every single
then
day.
9 o'clock training starts, and to 12 p.m. and then back, lunch at home, and then school.
And then school. It's
Yeah,
important that you say that. It's important for all
yeah,
the players. You gotta be
you
passionate. You have
and
to remember, guys,
sacrifice.
accountability, passion, core values that we have. You had to make it happen for yourself, and it takes a lot from you, but it's worthy if you love it.
Yes, and yeah, it's a big effort. And I have friends which took 2 hours to go to training, and some they don't have nothing to eat in the breakfast time. You know, some they don't have the money to buy the tickets to go in the bus. So it's a fight every day. It's a fight because we had the dream to become a professional player, and you need to sacrifice yourself. So we have friends, they used to just chill and like go to the school, after they play with friends, they go to movies. I didn't have that on my time because I was training, I was practicing, and on my free time I was recovering because it's not easy.
100%. It takes a lot. Tiago, Stefan is asking us, how was the level in Australia compared to the level in MLS or USL?
Pretty similar. So the A League is a good league. The difference, I would say, is there you are allowed only 3 foreign players. So you have only 3 visa spots. Comparing to America, you have a team with 7, 8, 9 foreign players. So you have more quality players coming from overseas. But the league is very well organized. I would say it's more physical. They are a British school, but the league is good, very good as well.
More physical than here.
More long balls, I would say.
Okay. More English.
More direct game, yeah.
Very good. Matt Yates. Matt, do you want to ask him yourself? Go ahead. You can ask him yourself, Matt.
Who was better, Messi or Ronaldinho?
Very good question, Matt. So remember, I'm from Brazil, okay?
Whoa.
But I would say Ronaldinho, for me, he was the best player I ever watched, because he was so magical. Like, it was beautiful the way he played. He did some magical things, but he did for a short term. As a typical Brazilian, he loves the party, and he was able to do in a short term period. People say in Barcelona on his time, it was the best Ronaldinho ever. But Messi is doing for more than 10 years. So I would say Messi had a better career, but I like the way Ronaldinho played. But if I have to choose one on my team, oh man, it's hard. I would take Messi, but they are on the same level. But Ronaldinho, 2 years, and Messi all his career.
Yeah. Something really, really interesting, I think, about both of them, of course, maybe it's easier to see in Messi, but I always tell the players about this is the Messi that you met and that you played to when he was 16, 17 is not the same that he was when he was 27. Like he was extremely good, and Ronaldinho was the same when he was a kid, but he also learned a lot. So I think I like telling that to players because it seems like everything's magical because they're so talented, but they also work really hard for it, you know.
Yeah, it's not easy to maintain. So people say it's easy to achieve the top of the pyramid, but the hard part is maintain. How long you stay on the top. And Messi and Ronaldo, they are on the top more than 10 years. So, and Ronaldinho wasn't able to do that. Also because of his lifestyle, his private life, you know. Messi, you can tell he's a family guy. He take care of his body, his family. Ronaldinho loved to party, and soccer on those days is very professional. You need to be an athlete. It's not only a soccer player. You need to be an athlete, and that means you have to sacrifice a lot. And Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, they are doing that.
Very good. Stefan, do you want to ask him about the adult teams?
Sure. So at what age did you play with adults?
So I signed my professional contract when I was 18. And my first professional game I was 18.
Okay, and before at 17 you played youth soccer or did you
Yes, youth soccer. Under Botafogo. Like a DA, so the professional clubs, they have the league, the youth league is under the professional. If the club is in the first division, you play the league in the first division. So the best youth clubs are under the professional clubs.
Okay.
Very cool. Erin, do you want to ask Tiago yourself? You can unmute yourself if you want.
Yeah. Did you ever play Diego Maradona?
If I what? Sorry?
Did you ever play Diego Maradona?
No. Diego is much older than me.
Is that your favorite player, Erin?
He's one of them. I have many.
Very nice.
Tell me your list of favorite players.
Well, I like everybody on the U.S. women's national team. Maradona, Pele, Ronaldo,
Good.
and probably you.
There we go.
Very good.
Go. Very nice. Where are you calling us from, Erin?
Idaho, Boise.
Oh, very nice. Excellent. Okay,
Cool.
Reed, do you want to ask the question yourself?
How competitive was soccer in Brazil?
Very competitive. Like in Brazil, every corner you have good players. And then to be under a professional club, youth academy, you need to be very good and if you are not performing well, they will cut you because they have another good player knock on the door saying, listen, I want a chance. And that's why you need to perform well every single day. And that the competitive side makes you better player. So every day in training, you want to be better than what you was yesterday. because if you are not doing well, someone will come and take your spot.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Very good. Justin, do you want to go yourself? Justin is on Justin's place is a left wing on my team. I know him personally.
Have you ever played against Pirlo?
No, not against Pirlo.
And you said you played against Ribery, and
Yeah.
was he a scary guy?
He was scary to mark because he was so fast.
Good player.
Yeah, very good.
Very good. So, boys, anything else that you would like to ask Tiago? Go ahead. Go ahead. What would you like to know? Who wants to be professional player one day? Raise your hand. Very good. That's a good start.
When did you get your first soccer ball? Like as what you said. When did your soccer career really start up?
So my first soccer ball, I remember I was around 4 that I remember, but for sure. So in Brazil, it's very normal. When you're born, someone from your family, they give you a jersey of the team that you will support. And so I received a uniform with a small soccer ball.
And what jersey was that?
Flamengo, the rival of Botafogo.
That family member was not so happy, right?
Yeah, but as you start follow your dream to be a professional player, and the time that Botafogo invite me, so I forgot about Flamengo and I start to love Botafogo. Everything. I'm very grateful from Botafogo because everything I have, I started in Botafogo. They opened the soccer doors for me.
Very good.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Anybody else, guys? Do you want to ask something?
We are very quiet.
Very good. All right. Well, I'm going to send you for homework. We got a message. Okay. Justin, you can ask yourself for now.
Do you still have a jersey? Did you still keep the jersey from when you played with Barcelona?
Yes, I have many jerseys. I didn't switch many jerseys because every time people ask me, Tiago, please give me your jersey, give me your jersey. And then I didn't switch with my opposite players. But I have couple, and back in Brazil, my mom's house, I have all the jerseys for the clubs I played for.
That's cool.
Yeah. Actually, today I was thinking, because now everybody's at home and couple players, they are posting some pictures about their collection, the jerseys collections. And I was thinking on that, but it's all in Brazil.
Yeah, I have a few jerseys too.
Here I have from Penn FC, Minnesota United, and I have one here from New York Cosmos that I played Minnesota United against Cosmos, and Raul. You guys remember Raul, the Spanish player, used to play for Real Madrid. He played for Cosmos, and we exchanged jerseys. I have his jersey here.
That's cool.
Yeah, he was also one of the big players I play against. Raul
I
Gonzalez.
have a question for you, Tiago.
Yeah.
And one is a little bit general and one is a little bit more specific. So, what do you think as advice for these young aspiring players? What do you think it's important for them to remember or to do during their youth careers?
So one thing that we can teach is the love and passion of the game. They must have this. They don't have to think, oh, I want to be a pro because I want to be a millionaire, I want to have money. No. You want to be a pro because you love the game. That's the first thing. And after that, listen to your coach, respect your coach, and follow your dreams. Don't give up. Maybe one coach in one team will say you are not good enough, but soccer is a game of opinions. Maybe you are not good enough for his team, but other coach will think you are good enough. And that's when you have to be prepared training. When the opportunity come, you are ready. So always follow your dream, be prepared, and never give up. Believe in yourself.
Very nice. And going a little bit more specific, so you made your career playing as a center back.
Yes.
Did you play any other positions, by the way?
Center midfield.
Center midfield. What do you think are key qualities for somebody playing in your role?
So, as a center back, you need to be a leader. You need to communicate and be aggressive on a good way. You as a center back, you need to win your challenge, your battles. So good vision. You don't need to be the best footballer in the world to be a good center back. You just need to read the game well and win your challenges. Be good in the air. On those days, uh, air ball is big part of the game. So as a center back, you need to be good in the air and aggressive.
Did you always play center back when you were a kid as well, or when did you
No,
start?
I was a midfield because I had a good technique and I was playing on the midfield. But since I was growing a lot, I'm 6'2", and I start to become a little bit slower. So my coach say, Tiago, you can be a very good center back because you have a good technique, you can play well from the back, but you are not too fast. So playing from the back, you have a good chance to become a pro. And I was improving my other aspects of the game, which on that time I didn't have. And so my aggressiveness and ball in the air. So, and I think he was right because I made a good career.
Very nice. Very nice. Stefan is asking your opinion about when do you think the US level will be as good as the South America?
We are in the good way. Couple things. That's my personal opinion. I would say the calendar year of college should be longer because in college, on that age, 18 years old, you need to play year around. You need game time. And if you look, the college calendar is only 3 months. So I would have a longer season and also implement like how you say the second division come up and down the
Relegation.
system. I think that would help a lot in terms of players dealing with pressure and yeah, things like that. Longer season in the college and relegation system on the professional level. I know it's not easy, but that's my opinion.
Very good. Diego Lucchesi says, who was your favorite center back? Lucio, Piqué?
Lucio.
Lucio.
But I liked a guy from the Brazilian national team who won the World Cup in '94 here in United States. Aldair. He played for Rome, long time in Italy.
I remember. Justin is asking you if your playing style was similar to Gerard Piqué. And before you respond, this is something that we're going to share with everybody. Tiago Calvano's highlights, because he actually, in highlights, you can tell a little bit of his style. I used to make jokes about that with him, that he was similar to a player that he likes. So I'm going to leave those for all of you for later as homework, so you can see him playing. Go ahead, Tiago.
Yeah, so I was a technique player. Like I like to play out from the back. Piqué is a good sample as that. But Lucio was good. Lucio, he loves to run with the ball from the back. And a couple times I did that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Reese, do you want me to ask or do you want to ask yourself? Go ahead.
What is one thing you wish you had done as a kid to make yourself a better player?
It's not much because I did whatever I had to do it on that time to become a professional player. But on my style of player, one negative part of my game was my speedness. And you cannot become you can improve a bit, but is in your genes, in your DNA to be fast or not. And I wasn't fast enough. If I was faster, I would stay in Barcelona a long time.
Yeah. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, especially with their style of playing, the center backs have to be fast. Yeah.
Yes.
True. Very good. Okay. Anybody else wants to ask something to Tiago? No? Raise your right hand if yes. Raise your left hand if no. Okay. I got like 3 no's in a row. Okay, Tiago, anything else? Something that you would like to share with them before we go?
No, I think I say already, follow your dreams and training hard. That's it. Believe in yourself, guys.
Very good. Okay, let's wrap it up with this one from Stefan. Says, what do you think are the most important traits as a center back? Key qualities, let's say.
Leadership, decent technique, aggressivity, good in the air. And on those days, if you have this and you are fast, you have a good chance.
You have a good chance. That's true. Well, everybody, Tiago, thank you very much for taking the time. And why don't we do this? Everybody unmute yourself. And we say thank you to Tiago. We do one clap and we can go. Okay. We do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Tiago.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining.
Little clap. Thank you, everybody, for coming as well.
Yeah, feel free to ask me questions on Instagram. You can find me. So I'm always open to help.
Very good. All right, guys, thank you for coming. We're going to record it and we're going to upload it to YouTube as well. If you want to rewatch it or you want to share it with any of your teammates or family members, so you're going to find it, okay? Take care, everybody. We're going to see you soon.
Thank
All
you,
right, thank you.
guys. Stay safe.
Thank you, man.
I'm gonna leave this meeting. Bye.